to have some leverage of competency.
The sad part is I have no swag, dog.
All right, here we go. We're narrowing it down to the last few guys before the draft starts. And I tell you, I watch a lot of film on a lot of these guys. More film than I actually would love to watch, to be honest with you. It's just a lot. It starts to get redundant. You know, this guy's crafty, this guy's this. But always just seeing how these guys are going to translate. So our guy today, USC Trojan, number 2, son of a HOFer, son of Pro Hall of Famer Jerry the Goat Rice. His son, Brenden Rice, wide receiver, 6'2", 212 pounds. This is what my information says today. He could have weighed more, less, but I'm not scouring the internet to see how much he weighs exactly. I'll let you guys do that. Played 2 years at Colorado, 2023, second team All Pac-12 Conference. 2023 led the team with 12 receiving touchdowns. Best games, Arizona State, Oregon, Stanford. Worst games, Notre Dame, Washington, and Cal. Where does he do his work? 106 snaps in his collegiate career, 11% in the slot, out wide, 840, 88%. 2 drops in 2023. Total of his collegiate career, 2 years at USC, 2 years at Colorado, a total of 10 drops. I don't think that's bad. 36 first downs, 2023. Total, 76 total first downs. Coley, what jumps out at you about Rice from USC?
It's really, ever since you said it, I haven't been able to shake it. The way he runs, like he's angry at the ground beneath his feet,
yes,
really stands out. Seems like a better athlete coming out of college than the old man was, but I don't know how that's going to translate.
What did you just say?
Jerry Rice, when he came out, the reason he wasn't like, everyone was like, oh, you got to go get this guy. He, at the time, wasn't seen as like this crazy athlete. He became that through hard work, dedication. He'll tell you all about it. But at this point, coming out, and I think it has a lot more to do with how modern all the training is and all that, but yeah.
I would say he did go to Mississippi Valley State. So I think that does have a little,
sure.
You know, if you're making a cake, just a pinch, just a dash.
And then why did he end up there?
Honestly, it was like 9 million years ago. I'm not really sure.
Right,
like,
exactly.
We don't necessarily know exactly why it was only Mississippi Valley State.
No, very different time. But it's that, and it's the size and not being able to really come down with contested catches. It's something we've talked about a lot, and it's, as a Patriot fan, I'm still very, very scarred from the N'Keal Harry experience. So anytime I see a larger-bodied receiver who struggles in that area, it makes me nervous.
I think he's caught some contested catches.
25%. It's not a 50-50 ball. It's a 75-25 ball, and he's not the 75.
Well, hey, stats only count when it's calculating Steve's wrong, so I'm not sure. I saw him at the combine. He was like, he was telling me how I was getting on him about how passionate he runs. He does attack. He does attack every route with the intent of pressing the corner. Right. He does that. He does it well. With the ball in his hands, he's very explosive. He's explosive getting off the line. Difficult to take down at times. I also think he takes too many big hits.
Okay.
Because he's trying to. He will. I don't think he's trying to. He will run you over. If it's you and him, I don't really see him too many times step out of bounds. I see him pressing down on the gas. I mean, he plays chicken a lot, right?
Do you see that as a good or a bad at the next level?
I just think it depends on the outcome, right?
Sure.
I think it really does.
No,
if the
definitely.
outcome's great, hey, touche. If it's not, you in that blue tent and they ask you to count to 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily know if it's a good thing or bad thing. It just depends on the outcome. How about this? I don't want to be on the other side to figure it out.
Sure. Yeah. Days along behind you. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's jump to the film and just kind of see what he does well, what he doesn't do well. Isolation right here. Just show you. Look, bang, gets the ball, goes. Does a good job. Watch how he comes off the ball, though. Just watch. Just watch how he comes off the ball. Let's play it through. I think a few people question his long speed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can he run? When you compare him to all the other guys in the draft, these guys running 4.3s, 4.2s, 4.35s, 4.39s. I think that's a little bit legitimate. I don't remember exactly his speed.
He put up
with the long ball
4.51.
Okay. Watch this route down here. Boom. Look at him. Because he puts he runs so violently, gets the corner going, boom, stops on the dime, comes back to the football. Exactly. Right. Good route runner.
It didn't swing his hips.
Did not swing his hips, or we like to call open up the gate.
Right.
Boom. Now I'm repeating this because I'm going to emphasize something. The thing that I look at with a player like Brenden is you see that he uses speed all the time. But we all have tendencies in ourselves where we can sometimes what we call, I used to do it too, sneak up on the DB. And generally when you're trying to sneak up on the DB, that's because you're trying to give him a double move. You're getting in your head and start to overprocess. Now, look. Okay. Look at this. Look at the corner.
He's not buying it.
And he should.
No.
Look at this. And then he widens it. That's where you allow the 12th man to come on the field, which is the sideline, because now the corner, even though he's running away, now Caleb has to have a perfect pass because he's widening instead of keeping that imaginary dotted line. Let's run it again. Boom. Ah. See how the corner puts his arm up?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. And he starts to just widen Rice out of the way. That's when you are giving the other team an opportunity to cover you. Watch how he attacks the cushion on this one. You see the difference how he runs off the ball?
Yeah.
Attacks the cushion, keeps it straight, takes it up well, and just tries to. But that's the one thing that I think he does a little bit too much sometimes is he tries to outrun the DB all the time. Now it worked well. See, he's trying to outrun him now, widening out, and the corner step for step with him.
Yeah.
See how the corner slow, patient. Head down. His head down, but the corner's head is up. Corner's not buying it, and the corner doesn't look back, but Brenden does, and because he does that, the corner he's constantly just guiding him out of bounds.
So instead of trying to run 4-4 right off the line, would you like to see him like initiate contact even with the defender or mix in a move? What would be a better way to go about running this route?
Instead of slow playing, on this outside and hesitating. As he is hesitating, the one thing that I did notice, this is my humble opinion, Brenden does a really good job if you keep him on the move.
Okay.
If you take him, if you start and stop, that's not his bread and butter, starting and stopping. It's when he can run and kind of glide.
Sure.
Where he could stay moving. And you can't see me, but I'm kind of waving my head like Stevie Wonder. Like if he could run his routes like this, that's because it becomes rhythmic.
Sure.
Right? You could and that's where rhythmic is also good, is when you're running your routes and a DB comes up to press you. That's why I talk about the hand fighting, where all of a sudden rhythmic is I'm going here, corner comes, boom. As I do that, the next step with this hand is getting back here to push the corner out of the way to stack.
Yeah.
Back on the line of scrimmage and go. Or to stack back on the route and go.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes rhythmic. And it's swimming. That's why the move is called a swim.
Sure.
Right? When you see Michael Phelps swim, he goes, right? And what does he do when he comes up for air?
Yeah.
And that's what swimming is. So same thing, you're running. And it should be a rhythm. And the fact you didn't even see it, my chair is literally angled at a different way, but yet my body is still straight because now I reset back in my rhythm because I'm constantly moving. And so my body naturally sets itself back to where it was when I was moving, even though the chair is now different. But if I do this, right? So I go right here, bang, boom. So I'm running, pop, pop. Chair still move, but look where I set back. That's why I say you got to keep them going.
Get back to your balance, yeah.
Yeah, get back to your balance. And when you do that, your body adapts.
Yeah. Here's a question you're probably going to hate. Should more receivers play or practice like judo, jiu-jitsu, stuff like that in the offseason, specifically for that hand fighting and leverage?
I practiced boxing.
Sure.
In my first 4 years, and the team told me after some incidents that I should stop doing boxing. So
that's a little more brute force as opposed to like an artful fighting style.
Hey, I only can talk about what I've experienced in my career.
Sure.
I don't like to talk for other people. So I like running after the catch, but I'm nitpicking. Watch when he runs this quick out, how he drifts. So he's starting at the bottom of the 20, so that'd be about the 18, 19, right? You see that?
22, yeah, 22.
Yeah, 22, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Watch where look. I know I'm nitpicking, but I'm just saying that's going to come if the corner was in a better position. That could be a pick, right? But it wasn't.
Yeah.
Until it is, and then we have a problem.
Yeah, not a lot of Pac-12 defenses in the NFL.
No, you're right. Shit, I was talking about when he stays on the run. Watch this rhythm route right here. It's not great, but it's not bad. Boom. Goes. Great catch over the shoulder. Good play. Against Notre Dame. Can stop. Look at him. He can stop. Ooh. Great emphasis. You know, when he explodes off the line of scrimmage, he gets the corner going. Right? Just in a really good way.
Well, I think that's what's crazy about like that double move you highlighted earlier when he's clearly trying to sell it but isn't. When he is going to stop, it's so obvious. Like when he's going full speed versus when he's trying to sneak up on a corner like you were saying.
Yes, Sutton. Here's this is a better route right here. Much better route. It's against my Utes, but I shall continue. Head down, going. Corner thinks he's going to run a go route. Doesn't. But you see how he keeps the line great? Yeah. And you see how the corner doesn't?
Yeah.
Automatic separation. I would tell you, Caleb Williams, as the first overall pick, I think, if he goes, which I believe he will.
He will.
Good player. I would say sometimes he's very dramatic in delivering the ball. Sometimes he just needs to throw it on time. Sometimes he misses the open player because he's looking for the big play, and now he has to dance around.
Sure.
And that's what gets him in trouble, which sometimes leads to the play being extended where it doesn't need to be extended.
Yeah.
So, Brenden, I like him. Where is he going to get drafted? How is he going to get drafted? This year is stacked more than usual. This year is extremely stacked. So it's not this player is better than this player. It's how they're ranked. Is he better than Rome? Is he better than Worthy? Some of my rankings, which I will do, is not based on do I like the school, do I like the player. Some of these guys I haven't even ever talked to. So I don't know them as a person to say whether I like them or I don't like them. I'm only watching a film to tell me how is this player better than a player ranked above? Is he better or worse than a player ranked above him, or is he better or worse the player ranked below him? And obviously, if he's in the middle, he's not as good as this player, but he's better than this player, and so forth. This year is so much depth with these quarterbacks potentially going in the first 4 picks. Some people say it's the first 2, then a wide receiver. No, the first 3, then a wide receiver in the 4th. Possibly a wide receiver in the 5th or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if four quarterbacks go in the first 4 picks, it's going to be some moving and shaking going on that unfortunately will affect the wide receivers.
For sure.
There's also a DB that's going to get taken. There's a guard.
Lineman, yeah.
A lineman. Somebody's going to get taken.
Edge rushers.
In a position. Huh?
Edge rushers.
Yeah. So, but Brenden Rice, I like him. He runs with enthusiasm. Heck of a football player. You know his pedigree. I'm always going to big up second generational players. I believe in that. I believe in giving them a chance. They've earned it based on their name. I know name recognition goes in all businesses.
Sure does.
And so I believe it should stay in the same business of players the same way it stays in the same business of coaching. So I like Brenden Rice. I think he's a heck of a football player. And I think whoever drafts him and wherever he is drafted, they're going to get a hardworking kid that's going to try to make a name for himself. That is Brenden Rice, wide receiver from USC.